welcome to Allana's Manor. Today we have another spiritual pick a card reading. This reading will be for the 10th through to the 16th of June 2026. Today we will be using the Immortal Cycle Oracle by Trishe, Jaimes Oracle and Kane, Dodd, and also the Energy and Spirit Oracle by Sandra and Taylor. Okay, so for pile or card number 1, we have the red jasper. For pile or card number 2, we have the moonlight jasper. And for pile or card number 3, we have the carnelian. So you can pick your pile by number 1, 2, or 3, or you can pick it by whichever crystal you feel drawn to. Take a moment, see what resonates with you, and I will see you in the reading. Okay, if you picked card or pile number 1, then this is your reading. And if you picked the red jasper crystal, then this is also your reading. Okay, card number 1 is Key of Zion, Inner Wisdom, Unlocking Secret Knowledge. Sacred Knowledge. The Sacred Amendment, Agreement, Making Sovereign Choices. And we have the Root Planter, Grounding in practical ways. Okay, so the overall energy here for this group is creation, soul expression, and something new. So I feel like for some of you, you are starting to plant seeds, starting to create your own way of doing things in terms of your spirituality. Some of you may have already taken courses or workshops, learnt all of the foundations, and now maybe you're changing it into something of your own. Just depends on your situation, but I feel like there's a lot of creative energy coming through as well. Some of you, I feel again, are just really inspired. Some of you, I also feel, need to just listen to whatever it is your soul is wanting to express at this time. So with the first card here, we have the Key of Zion, Inner Wisdom and Unlocking Sacred Knowledge. I feel like for some of you, there is a need to maybe sit and meditate. I'm feeling like for some of you who do just sit and meditate, I feel like you're going to be receiving some type of information. Or a key piece to some information you've been looking for, if that makes any sense. Some of you, I feel like, may be downloading some sacred knowledge. Some of you may be physically looking for this sacred knowledge this week. I do feel, though, with that key there, that somebody has to just be, I don't know who it is, but there's at least one person in this group that needs to sit, go within, and they will be given the key to unlock the knowledge within them. And for the rest of you, I feel like you already have all the answers you need within yourself as well. So with the next card here, Sacred Amendment, Agreement, Making Sovereign Choices. So I feel like in terms of your spiritual path, you need to be making sure that the choices and things you are agreeing to sit right with you. Are they choices you want to make? Are they the correct choices for you? Do you feel good about those choices? You know, do you feel okay about connecting with certain energies? Do you feel okay opening up certain abilities, and if you're not, then you need to make sure that you don't go down that path. I feel like you need to be in agreement with yourself as to what you will and won't allow yourself to open up to. And with the root planter, I feel like for some of you there is a need to be very grounded this week. Some of you may just need to go out and walk on the grass. Some of you, I feel like, maybe could do with some type of grounding meditation. Some of you maybe should be going out for a walk in nature just to allow yourself to be grounded. Yeah, I just want to go back to this agreement card. I feel like we need to go back there again. The agreements that we make with our spirit guides and our spirit team, we need to be considering them very carefully. I have no idea who I'm talking to, but I feel like there's somebody out there who's just quite happy to agree to connect with any beings that come into their energy, and I feel like that is not something you should be doing. I feel like whoever this is that I'm talking to, you really need to go within and see within your solar plexus area whether or not this energy feels like a good energy or a bad energy. If you can't tell the difference, then it might be worthwhile for whoever it is I'm speaking to maybe go and get some lessons or go and do a workshop or something like that so that you are able to tell the difference. Because I feel like someone's making agreements that are not really good agreements. Okay, well, that is all I have for you guys this week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Okay, if you picked pile or card number 2, then this is your reading. And if you picked the Mukat Jasper crystal, then this is your reading. Okay, first card up here is Sacred Amendment. Agreement, making sovereign choices. Portal guide, reliability, guide with clarity and trust. And we have Oathbound, loyalty, commitment and devotion. Okay, so we have conscious steps, considered action and looking forward. So I feel like for some of the people in this particular group, I feel like a lot of you are starting to make more conscious steps in terms of your spiritual path. I feel like for some of you, you're just moving along, you're no longer looking back, you're no longer doubting where you need to go. In terms of what you're learning, in terms of where you would like to be in the future. I feel like some of you really just have it together this week and you know exactly where you're going, you know exactly where your path lies. With the Sacred Amendment here, I feel like some of you have made an agreement feel like some of you have made an agreement within yourself that, you know, I'm going to spend, say, so much time meditating. I'm going to spend so much time doing psychic ability practice. And I feel like you're actually sticking to that. So I feel like some of you are making agreements with yourselves about just taking that action to allow yourself to go further on the path that you're on. We also have portal guide here. So for some of you, you may be dealing with portals this week. Some of you may be researching portals. Some of you may even be seeing portals this week. Also with the reliability and guide with clarity and trust, I feel like you need to be mindful of any type of portals you may come across this week. Not all portals are good. If you are wanting to look into portals and things of that nature, I feel like you maybe should be going and looking for a teacher or a mentor who can teach you about that type of work properly, and they can teach you like the best way to go about learning about that and how to interact with the portals and all the good and bad things that come along with portals. So I feel like you're needing to look for a teacher or a mentor to help you if that is what you are wanting to learn about this week. The next card here is Oathbound, Loyalty, Commitment and Devotion. And I feel like for this group, that's exactly what you're doing in terms of your spiritual path. You have made like an oath to yourself, an agreement to yourself, where you are going to trust your spirit guides and you are going to commit time to your spiritual path. And I feel like a lot of you are already doing that. So yeah, I just feel like a lot of you are just really committed to your path. You know exactly where you need to go. But again, for especially those of you who are new to spiritualism, if you are intending on learning about portals, then you do need to go and see a teacher or a mentor so you can learn how to do it the right way. Okay, well that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Okay, if you picked pile or card number 3, then this is your reading. And if you picked the carnelian crystal, then this is also your reading. Okay. First card up here is the weight bearer. Weariness, mental, spiritual, physical burnout. The next card here is the awakener. Enlightened, the soul remembers. And the next card here is sacred mirror. Self-love, see yourself with compassion. Okay, the overall energy here for this group is wisdom of the magi. Mental clarity. So I feel like for some of you, you are needing to clear out your mind a little bit this week. Maybe some of you are overthinking specific subjects within spirituality this week and you're not able to think clearly. Maybe some of you are just overwhelmed with thoughts in terms of like your physical world. And because you keep overthinking things, you're not able to connect in with your spiritual side this week. So I feel like it's important to do meditation this week. I feel like it's important that we do anything we can to ensure that we clear out our minds. Because we also have the weight bearer here, weariness, mental, spiritual, and physical burnout. So I feel like for some of you, you've been doing way too many things, whether that's in your physical life or whether that's in your spiritual path. I feel for some of you, it's like you've been doing both and like full on so much, like way too much. It's way too much. And if you don't just take a break soon, you are going to be burnt out. So I do feel like for some of you, you need to be just taking a little bit of a break, take a rest for a couple of weeks. You can always come back to where you were on your spiritual path. Okay, with the next card here, Awakener, Enlighten, the soul remembers. So I feel like for some of you, you may be having dreams about maybe a past life. Yeah, some of you will be having dreams about past life memories. Some of you, I feel like maybe during meditation, might be getting shown images of your past life. I feel like there's something that your spirit is remembering from a past life this week. And I feel like whatever this is, it's going to allow you to awaken even further than you already are now. With the next card here, we have Sacred Mirror. Okay, so Sacred Mirror, self-love, see yourself with compassion. So I feel like for some of you, maybe when you see whatever this past life memory is, or when you have this dream of this past life memory, I feel like you may be feeling a little bit down on yourself about that particular situation. So what I need to remind you about is that when we look at our past life, this is just my understanding. You don't have to believe that to be true either. But my understanding is that we need to look at those things so we can acknowledge that, yes, okay, that's what we did. But we need to acknowledge it so then we can let it go and no longer be holding on to that energy. Sometimes we need to release that energy. So for some of you, that might be something you need to be doing this week. So be very gentle and compassionate with yourself and learn to forgive yourself for anything you've done in a past life that was not this lifetime, and you don't need to bring that energy into this life. Yeah, I think that's all I have for this group. Yeah, I feel like we just really need to keep our mind clear this week, because I feel like too many of you are doing too many things and your mind is not clear enough to work on your spiritual path if you're going to keep clogging it up with everything. Because I feel like if you just keep doing that, whoever that is, you're going to be burnt out in no time. Physically, mentally, and spiritually. Okay, so maybe just look at meditating this week for this group. Do something that clears your mind, whether that's just going for a walk, going for a swim, going down the beach, whatever it is that helps you to clear your mind this week. I feel like that's what you need to be also doing this week. Okay, well, that is all I have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching my reading, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.